Across Zambia and Malawi, our cities are growing rapidly. With this growth comes the profound challenge of nourishing the next generation while protecting our environment. The FRESHGROWS project was born from a simple but powerful idea linking homegrown school feeding programs in urban areas with sustainable, climate-resilient food production.
It is now my honor and rare privilege to officially launch the future's resilience of homegrown school feeding system in urban Zambia and Malawi, FRESHGROWS project, which will run for the next 3 years. Together, let us grow a healthier and greener future. I thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen.
In our first phase, we brought stakeholders together to envision a system where children eat fresh, locally produced food, while farmers see schools as a thriving market.
We buy from communities, commodities, then we keep from here. Even from the smallest size, or even if it is 1 kg, we do buy. So the communities are benefiting.
Moving from concept to the ground, Phase 2 took us to our focus districts where we validated our tools and listened to the communities.
What do you know about school feeding?
School feeding program?
Yes.
Yes, I'm a farmer. I also grow cowpeas, maize, sunflower, and cow-nuts.
So for Kazungura, we are a 100% feeding district. It means that all primary and community schools are supposed to feed.
This program in the school, the homegrown feeding program in the school, is actually performing miracles. In terms of attendance, the attendance has tremendously improved. We also we are found in the top 5 brackets in terms of performance.
The impact was homegrown school feeding was undeniable. School attendance soared and local farmers prospered. But the reality check was harsh. Historic droughts strained local supply. Vast geographies inflated transport costs. And the heavy burden of food preparation fell on unpaid volunteer parents. We knew the system needed structural transformation.
I have 5 children as a Tonga man. Now, for those 5 children to feed them when you are not getting paid, it's not an easy thing.
So his request is that if the government can consider the cooks by giving them an incentive, I think that could be much better. Incentive, money, tools to use, regalia, possible salary, rewarding those who work hard and who are honest. All these are recommendations that have come from us.
To create lasting change, we needed comprehensive data. Our research spanned 8 districts in Zambia and 2 in Malawi, capturing the voices of over 8,500 participants. The findings reveal a system full of potential, but constrained by systemic gaps. While school nutrition guidelines are present, their implementation is highly uneven across districts. Crucially, only 7% of local farmers are currently supplying schools. And while women are the backbone of food preparation, traditional norms and resource barriers frequently exclude them from procurement decisions. Furthermore, climate change remains a top constraint for production, yet support for climate-resilient practices remains drastically low.
We are not exempt from climate change effects, even in the children, those that are in school. We cannot just be doing business as usual. Now, those are the sustainable transitions, the kind of networks that we need to create now to take into account the challenges that we are facing so that we can have sustainable food systems that are addressing a healthy school meal.
Armed with this evidence, we are not just pointing out the gaps, we are bridging them. Through our recent co-creation workshops, we have collaborated with local communities to design actionable test beds for sustainable programming.
For me, I feel that you still have an opportunity to bring back. I remember those days we used to have production units in schools. Even the school does production. Like an example in Harvey this month, We want to think, how can we turn them into a hub, not just producing for the school, but they become a learning center for the community. They also supply and feed the nearby community, so that from those nice production spaces or investments that we've made, it is beyond supplying the school. It's a venture.
So one of the things that we'll now be looking at with the support of Kasisi is to really delve into those dynamics. How can we grow these foods properly and ensure that there's diversity in the school? So linking with the cooperatives, linking with the farmers, and introducing different sort of foods that could be introduced as part of the meals that will be provided in the schools. Thank you.
We are preparing to pilot decentralized procurement models with local sourcing quotas. We are building direct agroecology to school supply chains, and we are launching gender-responsive models to ensure women and youth lead in the supply chain. We have the evidence. We have the community's buy-in. Now we need the strategy to scale. Together, we can transform the homegrown school feeding ecosystem into a resilient, inclusive, and climate-smart engine for our cities.